What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Mock Draft Guy YouTube channel. And today we're rolling along with our 7-round team mock drafts. We have landed on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are a very, very interesting case, in my opinion. A little bit of an underachieving team, but did again deal with a lot of injuries to some key players as well. Interesting times coming up for the Cincinnati Bengals. They have a lot of players that I feel like are going to warrant some big time extensions over the next few years. So I think it's going to be a little lean and mean in terms of bringing back some free agents. I think of DJ Reader off the top of my head, bringing back guys like that. So we're going to have to replace a lot of these guys. So this is going to be an interesting one. The number 18 overall pick is a pick that I'm not necessarily too excited about to try and trade down. I might just stick with all these picks and see exactly what I can get for that type of value. It should be a lot of fun, so let's kick it off. All right, we are officially on the board at number 18 here, and there's only one way that I'm going to do this. It's not even going to be a thought. There would only be one thought to this pick if there was one other player on the board, and that would have been Jerzon Newton would have given me the only other thought for a player in this spot here at number 18. But if Talisi Fuaga is on the board for the Cincinnati Bengals here, the quest to protect Joe Burrow just seems like it has been never ending. Jonah Williams, I believe, is also a free agent this year. I could be completely wrong on that. Either way, I think the right tackle position is very upgradable. What I love about Fuaga is he's just such an incredible road grader of a run blocker. He's a great pass blocker as well, but he's a natural right tackle. There's a lot of naturally gifted right tackles in this draft class. Let's just look at some of them right away that could have, left tackle value. Was Talisi Fuaga, Amarius Mims for sure. Jordan Morgan is someone that's probably going to play left tackle. I thought there was more. J.C. Latham is another guy that I was thinking about. There's a lot of guys that can play right tackle. Joe Alt is another one that could play right tackle as well. That could be natural right tackle. So Fuaga is someone that I love. Not only that, I know that he never started a game at guard in his collegiate career, but he does have the athletic profile to be a all-pro or Pro Bowl level guard. Be that as it may, I think it's 6'6", 334 pounds. He's going to be absolutely perfect at the right tackle position. Either way, there's going to be some contracts coming up. Ted Karras, Alex Kappa, guys like that they're probably not going to be bringing back over the next couple seasons. So to get someone that not only could be your right tackle in the future, but can spot start inside as well if needed is just huge positional value for me. So Talisi Fuaga is the easy pick here at number 18. All right, we're really starting this mock draft with some beef, if you know what I mean here. At number 49, easy pick again here. I know we're destroying the trenches here. We got a mammoth man at 6'6", 334 pounds in round one. We're going to get one that's somehow bigger than that. Maybe not from a height standpoint, from a frame and athletic standpoint and a weight standpoint. That's going to be T'Vondre Sweat here at number 49, 6'4", 363 pounds. There is no business for someone his size to move the way that he does athletically. He is phenomenal. He's someone that I think if we could get him to a 345, a 340, can be a legitimate every down replacement to DJ Reader for the Cincinnati Bengals. This guy is he's going to play nose tackle. He's a run stuffer. He's a block eater, but he also offers so much in the pass rushing department as well. I think he's going to be a fantastic player as long as he can get that NFL level conditioning. And instead of playing, 40, 50 snaps, 40, 50% of the snaps, we get him up to that 75, 80% range. I think he'd be a fantastic player and a fantastic replacement for DJ Reader for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, here at number 80, we're going to address the offense yet again. We're going to get a weapon here, and this is the exact way that I would describe this player, is a weapon, because at the next level, we don't really know what it holds in store for him. Is he a wide receiver? Is he going to be converted to a tight end due to his size? But the 6'6", 237-pound Johnny Wilson is going to be my pick here. I don't really know if what's going on with T. Higgins. Apparently, they're going to franchise tag him. Don't know if they'll work out a long-term extension. Even if they do, I feel like someone like Johnny Wilson will be such a unique player for Joe Burrow and company to use in the offense. Someone that obviously can play in line due to his size. Don't know if he actually can physically do it, but with NFL pro level coaching, I'm sure that he would be able to get it down. He's got spotty hands. That's really the biggest issue that I have with him, but 6'6", 237 pounds with 4.42 speed is something that I'm definitely willing to take the chance on here at round 3. So this is more of a Weapon X type of pick here. Someone that maybe if the T. Higgins situation doesn't work out, you replace that size that T. Higgins brings at, I want to say 6'4", 219, 220. You replace him with someone even bigger than that, 6'6", 237 pounds on the outside that does have incredible speed, that actually has more speed than T. Higgins. And then if it doesn't really work out, you could try him at the tight end or like a hybrid position, something like that. He's someone that I'm really intrigued about. I'm not the highest on Johnny Wilson like some other people are, but I think in an offense where you could kind of move him all around and really let him use his athleticism and his size to his advantage, I think he would flourish. And I think that's exactly what he could do in Cincinnati. At number 115 here, I'm going to address the defense yet again. I'm going to take an edge rusher here. I feel like really the whole pass rush for the Cincinnati Bengals feels like it's just Trey Hendrickson. I know that they drafted Myles Murphy in the first round last year, someone who was super high on Murphy. I think he still has plenty of time to develop into something really, really special. But other than those two guys, Sam Hubbard, I guess, too, but I feel like really the only guy getting consistent pressure, consistent sacks is Trey Hendrickson. I feel like we need to add to that. Marshawn Nealon is a player that I like a lot out of a smaller school in Western Michigan. 6'3", 275 pounds, brings great explosiveness, great athleticism, a real pocket collapsing presence he is with his length as well. And, this is just the prototypical size of a 4-3 edge rusher. And that's exactly what I think the Cincinnati Bengals could add into their rotation. His stats won't pop off the page at you. 4.5 sacks is his career high in a season, but the pressure is there. He can create pressure constantly, and that's what we're really looking for. In today's day and age, personally me, I'm not worried about sacks as much as I am about pressure. Can you get consistent pressure? And Marshawn Nealon is a player that can get consistent pressure. Here you go. You look on the left, you're going to see the 4 picks that we have so far. Talisi Fuaga, T'Vondre Sweat, Johnny Wilson, Marshawn Nealon. A lot of size, a lot of mass. At 147, I'm going to take another offensive lineman here. Kind of the same thing that I said before. There's going to be a lot of free agents coming up on that offensive line. Don't know if these guys are going to be coming back. So depth is something that has plagued the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line for quite some time now. I think we get someone like Mason McCormick in there, who potentially could even be a starting guard at some point very, very soon for any NFL team. South Dakota State product. If I'm remembering correctly off the top of my head, he's played 3,267 snaps in college. That is an unbelievable amount of experience. He's got experience at tackle. He's got most of that, the majority of that experience is at guard as well. Fantastic run blocker, really good pass blocker, super athletic for his size, 6'6", 315. He's going to be someone that I think is really going to rocket it up draft boards as the combine comes around. So this is that small school project that Quinn Miners, or that Ben Barch, if you will, or who was last year? Cody Mock, someone like that from a FCS school that kind of explodes onto the scene of the NFL combine. That's who I think Mason McCormick is going to be. So at 174, I'm going to take a little bit more of a project of a tight end. So kind of weird thing. If the whole Johnny Wilson thing doesn't work out at tight end or hybrid position, whatever I came up for him, you still need another tight end, I feel like, on this roster. I feel like Irv Smith was a little bit of a disappointment this past year, maybe putting that lightly. A.J. Barner is a player that I like a lot out of Michigan, 6'6", 250 pounds. Obviously, the stats aren't going to pop off the page at you because he played at Michigan, so they don't really pass the ball too much. Ask J.J. McCarthy. But he brings elite athleticism, and he's a really good blocker as well. So I feel like that's a super important aspect, clearly, of being a tight end that often gets overlooked nowadays, where it's like, well, can you catch 12 touchdowns a year? Not, hey, are you willing to block inline and play in 12 personnel? So A.J. Barner is someone that brings explosive athleticism and really, really good speed, but good blocking ability as well. And I really can't beat the value at a position of need at 174. At number 195, I'm going way down the board here for a corner. Awuzie is a free agent this year. So really the only free agent in the secondary, which is nice. You got a lot of young players under contract here. I would still like to add a tight end though, even if he is brought. I said tight end. Even if Awuzie is brought back, I would still like to add another cornerback here. And someone caught my eye down the board here at 195. I'm willing to take a chance on. We're gonna go way down here on the right side. We're gonna go all the way down here to Kamal Hayden, cornerback out of Tennessee, 6'1", 197 pounds. Had a fantastic season before it was cut short for injury. Three interceptions, 9 pass deflections in 7 games. He had like a 90.6 coverage grade over those 7 games. He's someone that's a little bit injury prone, maybe a little bit on the older side as a prospect as well, but someone that I'm definitely willing to take the chance on, especially with the numbers that he put up the last year. So Kamal Hayden is going to be the pick for me at number 195. At number 234 here, I'm looking for another running back here. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, this is a mistake waiting this long to take a running back. Maybe. I would like to see what goes on with the Joe Mixon situation before anything, because it does seem like he's going to be a cap casualty. But at the same time, I feel like Joe Mixon has been on that cap casualty range for the past couple seasons, and he's always put up solid numbers for the Cincinnati Bengals. They also have Chase Brown, who I think is going to blossom into a very, very nice football player for them. I want to add some beef to, well, as you see throughout the entire draft board, we've added beef. Going to add a little bit more beefiness to the running back position here. Jace McClellan on the board at 234, 6 foot, 212 pounds. He's not really going to wow you with anything that he does, but he did average 4.9 yards per carry last year in a split role in that backfield at Alabama. So someone that I think could pack a really nice punch and run between the tackles, not so much outside, where I feel like Chase Brown can do that. Joe Mixon, even at his advanced age for a tight end. I keep saying tight end. Got tight end on the mind here. For a running back, can still kick it to the outside, where Jace McClellan's going to be that guy that really powers through the offensive line. So just a little bit of running back depth here at 234. And then with the last pick that we have in this mock draft at 251, I'm going with one of my favorite wide receivers down the board here in the 2024 NFL Draft. We're going to hit DeCorian Clark here out of University of Texas, San Antonio. Great size, 6'3", 212 pounds, runs a 4.49 40-yard dash. He's someone that I think could be a real sleeper replacement for T. Higgins on the outside. He's going to be a red zone nightmare as well. Really win those 50-50 balls down the field. He's just a fantastic player that I think UTSA really had a lot of good draft prospects this year that have flown under the radar so far. DeCorian Clark himself included, a little bit injury prone in college, so I think that's what really killed his draft stock. If you ask me if he stayed completely healthy, he'd probably be a late day 2, early day 3 pick, but we snag him here towards the end of the draft to round out our really nice draft class for the Cincinnati Bengals. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A quick recap of the Cincinnati Bengals mock draft. We took Talisi Fuaga in the first round, T'Vondre Sweat at number 49. At number 80, we took Johnny Wilson. 115, we took Marshawn Nealon. 147, we took Mason McCormick. 174, we took A.J. Barner. 195, we took Kamal Hayden. 234, we took Jace McClellan. And 251, we took DeCorian Clark. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this is one of my best draft classes to date this year. So you guys definitely let me know about that in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.